Quintessential G. This is your boy, Mr. G, and you are on the road to freedom with me today. And, you know, this for me is a story about not where I'm going, because who in the heck knows where they're going, but how you get there. And for me, that's why riding is so important. The journey for me is the how I got there. And so I ride. I ride on 2 wheels. I ride on 4 wheels. Heck, I would ride on 3 wheels. I would probably ride on 1 wheel. But I ride. And I'm going over in this recent series of stuff, you know, what I've ridden. And so I want to talk to you about my Harley Davidson Sportster 883, the Iron. Where do I want to go right now? Where do I want to go? Go all the way around? I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to go all the way around. This light's horrible, by the way. So, let me say this before I start. I am on the Harley Davidson, a 2013 twin cam, Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. It's the only bike that I've ever had that exceeds my expectations. And there goes a Biggles. So I'm gonna say stuff about the 883 that might frustrate 883 owners that really love their bike, but it's just the truth. The Harley Davidson Sportster that I had, 883 Iron, is the only bike that I've ever owned that I disliked. To describe it as a wet turd would be accurate. Now you gotta remember, I'm coming off of a Hayabusa onto this thing, so that might not have been a decent transition. But that's what I did. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it couldn't do that. It could not do that. Having done a lot of demo rides and many demo rides that are not listed on my demo list. There's about 60 rides on there, though. If you're interested in any particular bike that I've ridden, check out my demo rides. There's also a lot of walkarounds for you. The real secret in getting a decent Sportster is the 1200. And I didn't know that at the time. The 1200 is more than fast enough and would satiate your need for acceleration and whatnot, and I didn't know that. And so what I had was a Sportster 883 Iron. Why did I get it? It was atomic orange, and I had an atomic orange Chevy Corvette at the time. So this was for me like everything I would ever need in life to feel like I've gotten far enough. I would walk out in the morning to go wherever I wanted to go. Maybe I'm going to work. And I would have to choose, do I get in the atomic orange Corvette, or do I get on the atomic orange Harley Davidson? I once had a guy actually say to me in the morning as I was heading to work, this guy was fixing the street. He had a crew with him, and he came over to me and he said, "Man, that's a tough choice you got there." And I said, "Yeah, it's hard being me, but somebody's got to do it." So the appearance was like really just doing it for me, and unfortunately with that Sportster, the appearance was the only thing about it that really checked any boxes off for me. As a ride, I did like how easy it was to not drop, but the brakes were horrible, the shocks were horrible, the acceleration was horrible. I would ride it on the highway, in 5th gear, would be screaming. It had no overdrive. They just come stripped down, like there's no windshield, there's no nothing. I put a pillion on it and a sissy bar 3 different ways. It wasn't adequate for my girlfriend and myself. Like, I just did not enjoy the bike. But that being said, I did enjoy the look. I think that's what snookered me in to the bike in the first place. And then I went to a demo ride and I rode the 1200 and I was like, oh man, this is the bike I should have gotten. They used to do this like 1200 custom. I don't even know if they do it. Big fat tires, a little bit bigger tank, and you know, a lot more CCs. Now I knew a couple guys that would just take the 83 and bore it out to I think above a 1200, and those things could scoot along. But I wound up getting rid of it. I traded it for my first bagger. Was a Yamaha 1300 Deluxe. It was our first year making baggers, and I'd still be riding that thing if right now if it had any kind of aftermarket support, but it didn't. This is your boy G, and